get my ass whooped and jumped and stomped on, and then 2 seconds later I get beat up again. You're getting beat up right now. I felt like Superman when I dropped that big twice. So I woke up to her and pop, 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 pop. Alright, is it recording? Ooh, child, my hair is a mess, honey. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. I really didn't want to wear a bra right now, so that's why I put on this church dress. But my boobs just look like I'm nursing. Y'all see what I'm talking about? I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I wasn't gonna wear a bra, but welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another story time about the time that after I got jumped, I had to redeem myself and get the poppin', poppin', poppin'. So I'm gonna tell y'all that story. I remember in my like jumping story time, which go watch that, I was telling y'all about how after I got jumped, I had gotten in a fight literally like the next week, and I had to show her what I couldn't show the other girl because I was getting my ass beat by like 5 people, 6 people. So I will be doing that today, and since I am bored, I also will be installing this headband wig on myself. I'm not gonna tell y'all the age of when I got in this fight, because when I first started TikTok, everybody kept commenting like from that school, oh, I remember when you beat up so and so, and then I don't want, if those people are watching this, to tell the person. I mean, if you tell the person, I don't really give a, but I just don't want it to be too much mess, because like it's not that serious. I don't really care no more. I never really cared even after the fight. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. But yeah, let's get into the video. So after I had got jumped, which again, go watch my little video, I'm gonna give y'all a quick recap on what happened. I had basically got jumped by like a couple people when I had went to visit back my old town, and then when I went back home, now we get into the story. I was like brand new to the school. This was Thanksgiving break, so like school started September. I was brand new to the school because I really didn't talk to nobody, but like during that year I had made a friend. I had got called out of class, and my counselor at the time, I love her, hey Miss Victor if you ever see this, but my counselor at the time was like, come like to my office or whatever. When I had went to her office because she had called me out of class to do something, I didn't know what, there was a girl sitting in her little room or whatever, and she was like, hey, let's name this girl W, meet W. And I was like, hey, and she was like, you're both new, so I'm just gonna assume that y'all will make good friends, so like you're more used to the school than her, so like try to get used to her or whatever, or try to show her and stuff around. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So why did this beef start? So W was beefing with someone, let's name her E. So W was beefing with E, and then E had a sister named B. So E and B is the sisters, and then W was my friend, and then I'm Rykky, of course. W was beefing with E over something. I have no idea what it was. Like, y'all, I'm not even gonna hold you. So one day, like, we were all just in class, and it was just a whole bunch of drama that day. I'm not sure why. I barely knew E like that, but I was starting to get used to everybody around, and I barely knew W, but I also was getting used to her. At this point we were like friends, I guess, but like I barely knew her for real. So when I had came back to school after getting jumped and stuff, I was hella on eggshells. My household was literally a fucking wreck, bitch. When I tell y'all, every fucking week my mom was yelling at me, like literally I couldn't do nothing. Like she was just hella irritated with me for some reason, as if I wasn't the one who just got my shit rocked. What you mad at me for? So one day, me and W were in class, and W was telling me how E wants to fight her, and I'm like, okay, why does E want to fight you? Y'all, I cannot remember the reason, but let's just assume it's over a boy, because that's literally why half of the fucking fights happen in my school, over a boy. So E was like, I want to fight you, to W, and W had never been in really a fight before, because like, you know, she was like a little pretty light-skinned curly hair, looking undelicate as hell, but then she wasn't delicate at all, y'all. She wasn't at all. She'd been through the trenches. So W was like, I don't know why she want to fight me, blah, 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 and how she never been in a fight before. But see, I had just got jumped, so I had already felt a little bit of oomph in me. So I had said to her like, oh, don't break your nails, because she had pink nails on. I remember they were pink and long, and they were cute, and I really wasn't getting long nails at that time. My mom was not really fucking with that. So I was like, oh, don't break your nails, you know, punch like this, like punch when you punch. I was giving her tips on how to punch so that she don't break her nails, like, you know, or break her hands, because I remember my mom always telling me that. So I was like, you know, punch with a fist, and when you bop her, it won't break your knuckles or nothing, you'll be good. And she was like, okay. See, when I was telling W how to punch and stuff, I know that B, the sister of E, was in the classroom listening to what I was saying. Now, I didn't give a fuck if she heard what I said, but to be honest, I think I knew she was in the class, but I just don't think I cared. So like, I was just like, oh, punch like this, punch like that. I really didn't do nothing at all. I was just telling her how to punch because, you know, I didn't want her to break her nails, and we were just becoming friends. So I was trying to give her some advice or something. Let me put this wig on.
Oh my god, this wig is tight as fuck. Like, damn.
Okay, y'all, so I just threw the wig on and put it in the bun because, to be honest, I'm not really in the mood to do no edges or nothing. My sister had also just told me, like, wear rings when you fighting. So I was telling W, like, wear rings when you fighting because it'll be easier, right? So I guess B was in the class listening to what I was telling W, which I didn't really care because I didn't know that. I just was like, oh, whatever. And B never said nothing, so I was like, oh, it's never a problem. So, like, maybe, like, 2 days after that, B, W, and E, they all dodging each other. They're not really fighting, like, every day after school. Nobody's really getting to it. But my sister used to come get me every day from school because we was new to the school. I didn't really want to walk home alone. So about 2 days later, my other friend, let's name her L. So L, me, and W were all like just chilling. We were all just like waiting for after school or whatever. And this was the day that W and E was supposed to be fighting. So I'm like, okay, whatever, they're gonna fight today. Me and L just gonna be there to watch. So L mom used to come get her, so she probably would have left before the fight, but we didn't really know that day. So I was like, okay, whatever. So this day I remember I had a dress on, I had my hair straightened, and I was just wearing like flats or something. So I was just like, oh, they about to fight or whatever, and that was that. So W was like, oh, can you hold my stuff? And at this point we had became close where I was like, oh, I could stay with her or whatever. If she fight or whatever, I could be here with her. I was waiting with W, and then E had came out and was like, okay, let's fight, blah, blah, blah. So they sitting here arguing, and they arguing, which that is my biggest pet peeve when you fight. Why are y'all sitting here arguing for years? Like, dang, like, if y'all gonna fight, just fight. So I'm just sitting here like, this ain't never gonna happen. The time ain't never gonna come. Like, what are we sitting here watching y'all argue for? Like, that's so annoying. I hate that. That's my biggest pet peeve. So E was like, okay, well, I don't want to fight you, blah, blah, blah. And then W was like, oh, okay, I don't want to fight you neither. Next thing you know, all you hear is B say to me,
well, Rykky, I want to fight you.
Because you was giving W advice on how to fight. You want to fight, blah, blah, blah. In that moment, like, I was like, what the fuck? Because literally B was a big bitch. Like, and I'm a big bitch, but like, she was a bigger bitch. Editing this at 5 a.m. Excuse my looks, but I just want to make it clear. I called her a big bitch throughout this whole entire video. But just know I'm not body shaming her. She was just a big bitch. Coming from one big bitch to another. Yeah. And I was like, oh my fucking god, like, literally, I don't want to fight you. Like, I promise you, I don't want to fight you. So I was taken by surprise because I'm like,
how this turned into a me problem?
She's like, you was giving advice to W about how to fight, so I want to fight you, bitch. What's up? Let's fight. Da, 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 da. I'm like, you want to fight you? You want to fight me? I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. So I was like, what? Like, when I tell you, I was hella shook. Like, I just got in a fight. I had just got jumped. When I tell you, if I would have gotten another fight, my mom would have literally beat my ass. I was like, no, not right now. Not right now. I cannot do this. Like, no. So I was like, girl, I'm not fighting you. Fight me tomorrow. Because then I had got mad. But I was crying at this point. And listen, when I had first got into that school, they didn't understand that when I was crying, I wanted to hurt you. Not I was sad. I was never sad. I just wanted to beat, like, I just wanted to kill, like, strangle you. You know what I mean? I wanted to kill you. I did not want to cry because you made me sad. I wanted to KIL you. So she was like, look at you. Like, you're just a crybaby. Everybody was like, oh, you're a crybaby, this, that, and the third. I was also on the volleyball team, so you know, I always was having like little issues back and forth then and there. But I really feel like this girl B was just picking on me because I was the newest person to the school. She had no one else to fight. Like, she was just bothering me. Like, I don't know, we don't look alike, but we were both two big light skins who had, like, she had a lot of hair. It was very good. Her hair was nice, whatever, but she looked more like Asian E, and then I was just black. So like, we kind of looked like we could be like sisters because, you know, we kind of looked alike. But the only thing that came into play was the fact that we was both fat and light skinned. I guess I'm not really light skinned no more, but like back then I was a little bit lighter than I am now. I'm like, oh girl, I'm not fighting you, blah blah blah. So she's like, oh, you being scary, why are you waiting tomorrow? Why are you waiting till tomorrow? I want to fight you. I'm like, because I don't even know what you want to fight me for. Like, you're being mad weird. What do you want to fight me for? Like, you're literally so weird. Also, I had a dress on. I'm not fighting you in slides. I mean, and what do they call, I'm not fighting you in sandals and a dress. Like, my hair straightened, girl, I'm gonna go home. But I lived exactly straight. Like, if you walk from my school straight down the block, like straight, like it's a long straight, but that's where I live. So I started walking down the block and they're all following me like, oh, you PSSY, oh, you PSSY, oh, you PSSY. So So I'm like, no, I'm not scared. It's just that I'm not fighting right now. And W was like,
they want to fight you for what? Like, what the fuck?
W was also surprised too, but I was hella irritated with W because I'm like, girl, you better go pop on Easton like that. All the attention come off of me. Next thing you know, the counselor who had introduced me and W together pulls up in her purple damn car. Her car was eggplant purple. I remember it was like a movie. She was like, like she literally yelled it just like that. It's like she knew what was happening before she even knew what was happening. Like she was like, get in. And then I had went and I was crying. I was like, fuck you, I'll fight you tomorrow. I'll fight you tomorrow. That's what I was doing outside of the window, because when I tell you, I was hella confused. This wanting to fight me thing came out of nowhere. Like, it came out of nowhere. Me and this girl had barely held a conversation before. So I'm like, you want to fight me because I told somebody how to not break their nails in a fight? You're weird. Like, that's why I feel like she was just picking on me because I was new. She was bigger than me, but I was big too, so she probably thought like, oh, this is the only girl I can fight without people feeling some type of way. But nah, bitch, you're like 6 foot. Mary counselor, she pulls up, she's like, get in, where do you live? I told her drive straight. And then they were like running after the car for a little bit, but then they had stopped. You know, that bitch was big, so she stopped running. And then like as she was pulling up, my mom was getting in her car. Now my mom was fed up with me. I don't know why my mom was out to get me during this time. Like, my mom was not fucking with me at this time. So my mom was like, what is your problem? When I had got out the car, because I was hella red-eyed and stuff, and I'm like, nothing. She's like, what is your fucking problem? Why are you crying? I was like, nothing happen. And then my counselor was like, oh, she just got into a little tussle with these girls, but nothing serious, it'll all be fixed by tomorrow. I didn't want to tell my mom what happened, but my counselor ended up just like saying it because she was just like, oh, she didn't probably think it was that serious. So my mom, she's driving with me and she's like, see, this is what the fuck you did. My mom is literally just blacking on me the whole time. I didn't even do anything. So I'm like, she's like, you just got beat up by them other and now you ready to go fight again. You're not gonna learn your lesson. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you because I didn't do nothing. And then my sister got in the car being all extra, talking about what happened, because now I'm in a bad mood and I was having a good day and now I'm in a bad mood. I'm like, girl, I don't care that you're in a bad mood. Like, literally, I'm the one who's dealing with all of this. Like, they literally just playing victim right now. Like, y'all not the ones who are gonna have to fight tomorrow. So the next day, my mom was like, oh, if you get in a fight, beat her ass. That's what she said to me, because I guess like she just didn't care no more, but she just was like, if you fight, beat her ass. I was like, okay. So I go to school, I have on this, I think I threw away the sweater, but I think I have the sweater. I've been in 2 fights in that sweater, out of like 4 fights. That was like the 2 sweaters I wore up days. But I had like a little zip up sweater. It didn't have a hoodie, it just had like a little collar neck, and then I had on regular jeans, and then I had on what, Farachi, no, oh my god, what are they called? Let's just say Farachis, but I know that was not the name. So I had on my black Farachis or Hirachis or however it go. So I went to school, I had braided my hair, because remember, my hair was straight, and remember this, braided my hair back, and I put it in a bun, and I was like, okay, whatever. So I go into school, and the whole day everybody making little jokes at me. They like, oh, you was scared to fight B, oh, you was scared to fight B, E over here laughing at me in class, B over here laughing at me in class, W is just confused on what the whole situation is going on, why I'm even fighting in the first place. I'm like, girl, I'm fighting because of you. Like, girl, I went to your fight. Mind you, it's not like I'll have walked to a different place and now it's like, oh, you paying the consequences because you was being nosy. They literally were about to fight in my direction of home. Like, me and W lived like kind of on the same block. She had to like turn right and then walk all the way down, and I just had to keep going straight. So I'm looking at W like, this is your fault. Like, I'm fighting because of you anyways. Like, I didn't even do nothing. So the whole day they making little jokes, they being snarky, they saying slick shit. So one of the boys, we gonna name him S. S was just like, you was being scary, you didn't want to fight her, she gonna beat you up. I was like, okay, whatever. So after school come, and I remember L that I was telling y'all about, L had came, and L was like, oh girl, mind you, L was ghetto. Like, L was fighting every fucking day. L was fighting every day. My friend L came up to me and was like, oh girl, you can handle her, like, she's scary. Anyway, I tried to fight her like 10 times, she didn't want to fight me, so just handle her, bitch, blah 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 blah. I was like, okay. So after school, we all walking in the hallway, and I'm having a panic attack, because I'm like, yo, if this big fights me and whoops my ass, I am going to be livid. So I'm putting on my rings, like my sister told me. She told me wear rings, putting on my rings, and I'm waiting there. Elle was literally giving me a pep talk. I don't even know where the fuck W is. And Elle put her hands on my shoulder. She was like, you got this, you can beat her fucking ass. You got this. So I'm like, I got this, I'm gonna beat her ass. So we was gonna fight across the street, because if you fight across the street, you won't get suspended, because I guess it's across the street. So B and S was walking behind me, and B is the girl that I'm about to fight, and S is the boy who was talking all that shit about how she was about to whip my ass. I'm like, I guess, whatever. So as I'm walking, all you hear is B say,
Now I'm not gonna sneak her because I'm gonna beat her ass regardless.
So I'm like, oh, like, you have faith in yourself, and I like that. I like that. You have faith in yourself. So I'm like, oh shit, she thinking about sneaking me, because if she's sneaking on this property, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. So I'm like, oh, she said she won't be mine. Alright. We go across the street. I'm just standing there because I just knew we was gonna fight. So I'm just standing there. Everybody gathers in a circle around us, right? We all just standing there. We both have the same outfit on, which is very ironic. We both have black sweaters on, light blue jeans, and black sneakers on. My hair was braided. I don't even know what her hair was like. I feel like it was in braids, but I'm not sure. I feel like it was in box braids. So I'm standing there. I'm like, yo, like, why am I here? So I'm waiting for her to just like fight me because I hate that talking. But she kept trying to talk, and I'm like, girl, I don't care, like, hit me, hit me, hit me. I'm like, hit me, hit me, hit me. She's not hitting me. She's like, because she's just like saying some slick stuff. Like, she's like, I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna hit you first. Hit me first. You was doing all of that, that, and third. You said wait till today, and then you're not on nothing. I'm like, girl, you literally just told me that you want to fight me. Like, I don't even know why I'm fighting you. I don't even know who you are. Like, I barely know your name. Why are we fighting right now? But I wasn't about to like walk away now, because then everybody would have thought I was scared, and I was not scared. Also, I was also thinking about the fact that I was in volleyball. I'm like, damn, we all on the same volleyball team. Like, if I get beat up, I'm quitting volleyball. I'm sorry, I'm quitting. So one of these girls that I ended up fighting later on in the school year, she was like, and then B was like, y'all listen to this. This part kills me every time. B goes,
I'm not gonna hit her first, because if I hit her first, I'm gonna knock her jaw out.
or knock her jaw loose, something like that. And I was like, so then do it. She ain't do it. Next thing you know, she starts walking up to me, because I guess she got mad, and I wasn't about to walk up to her first because my mom said let them hit you first and then you don't get suspended. She walked up to me. I don't even care at this point, because, you know, in the situation when we was all in the office, I was telling them that they hit me first, that B hit me first. I mean, she was walking up to me as if she was about to hit me. So what the fuck I'm gonna do, stand there and be like, until she popped me? No, I'm not gonna do that, girl. So literally, I hit her first. I don't really care, because she was walking up to me first. She came up to me first. So I walked up to her and said, bop, 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 bop.
Bitch, 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 bitch.
Yup, I did. I did. I walked up to her and we just got to fighting. I don't even know where my wig just went. So I'm fighting her. I'm fighting her. I'm fighting her. Y'all. When I'm fighting her, right, there's a brick house behind me, like a brick little wall. She falls on me, so I'm bent over like this on the brick wall, fighting her. I'm punching her. I'm punching hella slow at this point, because my brain didn't understand that I was in a fight. Like, my brain did not understand I was fighting right now. So I'm like, oh, you're getting beat up right now. Which I didn't say that I was getting beat up, but I was like, you're going to lose, because she's big as fuck on top of me. So like, if she would have got up on me and then just swung my ass, I would have just swung. Everybody who's always at the bottom be losing. I don't care what nobody say. If you're at the bottom majority of the fight, it don't matter how many hits you get in, girl, everybody's gonna say you lost because you was at the bottom. So I'm like, oh, you're getting beat up right now, so you should do something. So I just grabbed her, because she wasn't even hitting me at this point. I just grabbed her and I just swung her down. It took a lot of power in me, but when she fell, I was like, thank God. Whew, that was a breather. Catching my breath. And then I just got on top of her, and then I just started beating her. And then this big ass black man came, and he was just like, stop it, and then snatched me mad hard and pushed me. So then I was like, what the f? Like, it was somebody's dad. Why are you in bitch's business? Like, go home. Like, I'm about to show this bitch what it really do, what the booty do, what the Judy do. So she was like, oh bitch, you didn't beat nothing up. You didn't beat nothing up. I'm like, okay, well, I guess if you say so. So she just keeps talking. And that shit, when I'm mad and people just start like talking, like trying to torment you, I just got dumped. I was like, shut the fuck up, bitch. And I just started running. I ran up to her again. I didn't even care. At this point, now I want to fight. So I ran up to her again. I was like, started feeding her again, swinging her to the floor again, started punching her. I jumped over the man's shoulder. I was like, shut the fuck up. And I just leaped over his shoulder, and then I grabbed her and I just started hitting her. But you know, I was big as so the man threw me off his shoulder like, and then he got in his car. He was scarred as I was like, yeah, bitch, mind your business. So he went home. It was somebody's dad. And then all you see is like the principals and all the students and stuff coming out to school, like everybody coming out to school. So now me and B done fought about 3 times, because she keep talking and she keep losing. Mind you, when she got up the floor, I felt so good about myself, because I had no rings left on my finger. Now all you see is mark on here, mark right here, mark right here, mark right here. I'm like, oh, okay. because you keep talking. You keep trying to talk. W is like, oh my God, what's going on? And then L was just like, oh my God, where's your rings? The L was kept high-fiving me like, girl, you did your shit. You did your. So I'm like, yes, period. So now I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm out of breath now. So I have walked back. When I tell you, this is my school, this is where I fought. I walked across the street, literally right across the street in front of someone's house to fight. So I decide that I'm going to go back across the street because I need to catch my breath and I needed to get myself out of that situation. So I go back across the street and then all you hear is B yelling from across the street.
Come back across the street, you being scary. I'm not fighting over there, I'm not getting suspended.
Now I'm like, girl, we get suspended anyways. You know, you see the principal standing right here. We get suspended anyways. Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm not fighting you. I was like, I'm not fighting you no more. I just beat you up 3 times. You want to keep fighting? You want to keep fighting? When I tell you, I just kept hitting her, but I was hitting in slow motion because after a while you get tired. So I was like, shut up. You. I wasn't punching like. So I go across the street and I see all the principals coming outside, the assistant principal, the nurses, like everybody, right? Because they thought that I was hurt, but I wasn't hurt. She was hurt. I'm like, I don't know what to tell y'all. I ain't come back across the street. If you want to fight, you can come back across the street because I ain't scared. I'm just not going back across the street because I don't want to fight you no more. I'm tired. Like, when will you understand that you just lost? Like, give it up. Like, I am tired of fighting. I am tired of fighting. Leave me alone. So she was like, nah. Fuck that. So I guess she ain't care no more and she came across the street. But when she comes across the street, this black man comes out the school. It was a teacher and he's like, wait. What is the reason y'all fighting right now? I'm like, I don't know. Like, she's just a hater. Like, she's just mad. Like, for no reason. You want to fight me for no reason. I still don't know why we're fighting. I still don't know why we're fighting. What are we fighting for? Like, literally, she was literally so, she did not have a reason for why we were fighting right now. Then I started crying because when he was asking the question of why we're fighting, I was like, I don't know why we're fighting. I don't know. Like, what the fuck? Like, she wants to fight for no reason. So I start crying, right? And he's like, stop, calm down, don't cry. And then here she go, with your crybaby ass. Use a crybaby, like that tormenting shit that she was trying to do in the first place. She's like, with your crybaby ass. Look at you crying, dumbass, crying this, that, and the third. Crying. Look at you, because you're a crybaby. So I got dumb tight, because that was going to be the last time I thought that I was crying because I was weak. I'm crying because I want to kill you. So I was like, move! Like, the teacher was like, I was like, move! And then he was like, all right, fight. I said, I just like grabbed her. Like, I was so mad, y'all. Like, I was so mad. I was like, shut up, shut up. And then they was just like literally letting it happen. And then like a couple people broke it up. I got up, I kicked her. I was like, shut up, because she was on the floor again. Like, I felt like Superman when I dropped that big hoe twice. So my hair done came out the scrunchie at this point because she was pulling my hair. But I'm not gonna lie, I was pulling hers back because why would I not pull your hair back? Girl, you got braids in. That's easy access right there. Like, but she was pulling my hair OD hard. I'm not gonna lie. And I was pulling her braids, but none of them came out, unfortunately. And then after they broke it up, the nurse was like, let's go. You need to go to the nurse office right now. Blah, blah, blah. So the nurse brought me. She was like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Leave me alone. Like, I'm mad as right now. They called my mom. My mom was like, okay. I think either someone brought me home or she was like, just let her walk home. Oh, no, my sister came and got me. She was like, okay, well, her sister is about to come pick her up and then they could go home together. So my sister come and she's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. And then they all had left. The girl was still sitting outside the school trying to fight again. Bitch, you want to get beat up for the 6th time? Please go home. I am out of breath and I know you're out of breath too. Just go home. So my sister come and get me. We walk home or whatever. When I get home, it really wasn't that much consequence. My mom was just like, why did y'all fight? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. But I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I redeemed myself because I know damn well she got beat up. I knew I didn't lose. So I was like, redemption's on your mind when you think about me. Yep. But when I was in that mirror combing out my hair, y'all, I was combing out my hair and I was like, I felt like Sarah from BGC. You know how she get when her hair get pulled out. So I was like, I'm bald. And I was just crying because I was like, this done scout me. Everybody was surprised to see me at school the next day because they just assumed that I was about to just get suspended and that was just gonna be that. But I had went to school because nobody had told me I was suspended. So when I had got to school, my mom came with me to school, and everybody's like, oh my god, I'm surprised to see you here. And I'm like, oh okay. And they're like, oh yeah, B got suspended yesterday. They just called her home and told her she was suspended, and her mom ain't give a fuck at this point because her daughter was ghetto as hell. She was used to it or whatever, but my mom was used to it. My mom never let me get suspended before. My mom was like, I'm not about to have y'all suspending her. First off, the girl started the problem with her. What are you suspending her for? Then the girl hit her. Why are you acting as if your child was to get hit, you wouldn't want them to defend themselves back? So then they were like, okay, we understand, but we're gonna have to put her in ISS, which was in-school suspension, which you can get ISS for a lot of reasons. So ISS wasn't really a big thing. I think I was only in ISS for like literally half of the day. I don't even think I was in ISS for a whole day, but it was either I was in ISS for half a day or I was in ISS for one day and then a half, so something like that. Because I remember like literally through the middle of the day I just came back and everybody was like, what the fuck, oh my god, you did your shit. And then all the who was talking about me getting beat up by her was like, oh my god, period, sis, you beat her up. Literally nobody bothered me ever again. And then the girl B and me started like hanging around each other more because like we had a lot of mutual friends, but like we wasn't besties. But one day she had like tried me early in the morning. It was so early in the morning. She had tried to argue with me and I had just simply told her, remember what happened before? You don't want to do this. And she just was like, I'm sorry, I had a bad morning. I was like, oh, okay, because you about to make my morning bad. And when you make my morning bad, that's when it's a problem. And then we never fought again. We ain't never had a problem, but I had a problem with that sister of hers. And that sister of hers, she dodged me for life. But then W finally ended up fighting her. But this is a whole nother time. A whole nother, like literally a whole almost year later. W finally ended up fighting her. She finally did. And yes, W did win, but nobody won. But W did win, if that makes sense. E wasn't doing shit. But E dodged me because E ended up calling my mom a fat bitch because her mom was a crackhead. Why are you coming for my mom? You're mad. She called my mom a fat bitch. So I called her and I was in the bathroom. I was like, and she didn't come. She literally missed the last day of school, but she was excited for it because I remember she was like, yeah, it's pretty the last day of school. You gotta be lit. You finna turn up? No, bitch. Your turn up is gone because I'm finna whoop your ass. But she ain't never came, so whatevs. And yeah, that was the story about the time that I redeemed myself on fighting the bitch. I had to show that. I'm not finna get my ass whooped and jumped and stomped on and then 2 seconds later I get beat up again. No, ma'am. no, man. So yeah, that was the story. Like, subscribe if you want more. I'm drinking this vitamin water right now, but I need to go get water. I'm on my like 4th bottle today. Anyways, love y'all. Bye.